debate tournament. We've brought back the best of the best secondary school debaters from the first four tournaments. We brought back champions, runners up, and impressive performers. We now know all our eight quarterfinalists, and we know two of the four matchups. Today, we'll finalize the remaining two debates by finding out who wins Group D and who comes second. Remember, we have four groups of three debaters each. The top two from each group will move on to the knockout rounds. 12 group stage matches, four quarterfinals, two semifinals, one final, one winner. 2 million naira. We've doubled the prize money so that we can lure the past champions back. A big thank you to our sponsors and partners who have made I Beg to Differ happen. Paystack is our headline sponsor. Paystack helps businesses accept online and offline payments from local and international customers. Paystack also has a POS called Terminal. Terminal lets customers pay you in person or by card or bank transfers or USSD. Terminal can split your payment into multiple accounts and send you real-time alerts on your phone. Suno Assurances is our associate sponsor. Suno says you pick your way, we take your risk. They provide motor insurance, marine insurance, fire insurance, house owner and householder insurance, and so much more. For more information, you can visit their website on www.sunoassurancesnigeria.com. www.sunoassurancesnigeria.com. Obiwizi.com has prizes for all our debaters. Obiwizi.com is Nigeria's home of brand new and pre-owned gadgets with warranty. And they've provided smartwatches for all 12 debaters who have graced our radio and TV, because we are showing this on Wazobia Max TV. So grace our radio and TV for this tournament of champions. And the prizes include the smartwatches that they walk away with. Our champion of champions will get an HP laptop, and they've got loads of other prizes for whoever comes second at the end of this tournament and whoever finishes third. RLG has tablets for every quarter finalist, so everyone who is in the top 8 will get a tablet from RLG Communications. RLG is a Nigerian original equipment manufacturer based in Ilesha, that's in Osun State. They manufacture laptops, desktop computers, decoders, smart electric meters, power banks, and tablets. And the I Beg to Differ Tournament of Champions is also supported by Stover Industries. Stover Industries are the makers of Swiss Flower Air Freshener and Swiss Beauty and Body Care. You probably have a Swiss product in your car right now or in your house as you listen. So we cannot thank them enough for supporting this. They are located at 1719 Oshokwe Plaza, Allen Avenue, Ikeja. We have support as well from Just Delight Non-Dairy Ice Cream. Just Delight Non-Dairy Ice Cream will come and give everyone at the school of whoever wins this tournament of champions some ice cream from Just Delight Non-Dairy Ice Cream. It doesn't matter if they've graduated secondary school, because they debated and because the school was their alma mater, the students who still go there will get to enjoy some ice cream from Just Delight. Now that you've met our sponsors and partners, let's debate. I said today's debate is the final debate for Group D. Let me introduce the judges. We've got 4 of them joining today. Our first judge is one of the judges from the first 2 editions, rejoining us for the Tournament of Champions, an accountant in South Africa by day, Ronald Asiebu. Our second judge is one of our regulars here on I Beg to Differ, joining us from Canada, legal practitioner at Denike Arobonlo. And our third judge is a doctor in the United Kingdom, Dr. Nduka Zuchi. And our fourth judge is our chief judge, who you just heard from during the Big 3 Global Edition. Now, of course, he's a real-life chief, but he's also a product manager by day. That's a job in tech, Chief Andy Oboforibo. Now that you have met our judges, let me introduce our debaters. They both already qualified for the quarterfinals with 1 win each. This debate will decide which of them will win the group and who will be runner-up. Of course, this affects who they will face in the quarterfinals. Now, here is our first debater. He is the third seed here in Group D. We previously met him in the May 2022 edition, where he eventually lost to eventual runner-up Hamid Olarawaju. He's 15 years old. Olaoye Toluwalase, good to have you back on the Tournament of Champions.
Thank you for having me.
Here is our second debater, Lagos. This is someone whose voice we haven't heard in this particular tournament. However, she's already in the quarterfinals. She's the runner-up from the August 2022 edition. She's therefore the number 2 seed in Group D. Stephanie Ameh, welcome to the Tournament of Champions officially.
Thank you, Ma.
Both of our debaters have qualified for the quarterfinals. This match will simply decide who they will face. Whoever wins faces Deborah Pamzat. Whoever loses faces Tanvita Kaushik. If there's a draw, Olaoye will win the group and face Deborah because he actually competed in 2 debates, while Stephanie only competed in 1 because her opponent Oluchi Akwarandu pulled out. Now the contestants have been told the rules, but here they are again. I'll give you a topic. One of you will be in support, one of you will oppose. You will each first get 3 minutes to present your positions, and then you will each get another 3 minutes in the rebuttal round to address the points that your opponent made. And finally, you will get another 3 minutes for closing arguments. The clock is the clock. I will not pause it once I start it. Our panel of judges will score all 3 rounds based on number, quality, originality of unique points made. If you repeat a point, your score will not increase. Clarity of thought and eloquence of presentation is important if you want to win. Number of the points by your opponents that you address. The strength of your rebuttal of each point. Very important if you want to win your group. Now, since this is group stage, if your scores are tied, there will not be a tiebreaker round. The debate is a draw. In that situation, Olaoye wins the group. Now, you already know your topic. Nigeria is ready to embrace cashlessness. Am I right? I am right. Okay. Now let's decide who supports and who opposes. I've got a coin to decide this. Stephanie, as the number 2 seed, you are going to choose either heads or tails. If the coin lands on the one you choose, you're going to support the motion. If it lands on the other side, you'll oppose the motion. So look at the coin. It's an actual head, an actual tail. So it's not a false coin. Actual head, actual tail. Not a false coin. Stephanie, call it. Heads, tails it is, which means you will oppose. And is this head? Okay, yeah, tails it is, which means you will oppose that Nigeria is ready to embrace cashlessness, and Toluwalase will support that Nigeria is ready to embrace cashlessness. We'll take a break. When we come back from this break, we'll debate. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. You're listening to the Tournament of Champions on 99.3 Nigeria Info. From the moment Esther Bewaji pulled out, Group D has stood for drama. Her replacement, Oluchi Akwarandu, has also withdrawn. So Stephanie Ameh and Olaoye Toluwalase are through to the quarterfinals. Their debate will decide the group winner. Who will face Deborah Pamzat? Who will face Tanvita Kaushik? Find out Friday at 4 on the I Beg to Differ Tournament of Champions, on 99.3 Nigeria Info FM, and the next day at 3:30 p.m. on Wazobia Max TV. This tournament is brought to you by Paystack in association with Sunu Assurances, supported by Stover Industries, RLG Communications, Obiwizi.com, Just Delight Non-Dairy Ice Cream, and Wazobia Max TV. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, your moderator. It is now time for round one, the presentation round. Let's start with Toluwalase, the motion supporter. Your 3 minutes start now.
With the world's increasing dependence on technology, the traditional way of doing business is no longer visible, as the cashless society prefers a more efficient, secure, and convenient alternative to physical cash, and it comes with numerous benefits. And besides, nations like Sweden have already effectively implemented this policy in their nation, and also a close neighbor of ours, Kenya, with at least one individual and 96% of their households make use of this digital payment system. So what stopped Nigeria, as the giant of Africa, from making use of such a payment system? Good day, honorable judges, my wonderful moderator, my wonderful co-debater, and my very esteemed audience. My name is Olaoye from Koremas College. I am 15 years old, and I'm here to speak in favor of the motion of the state. Nigeria is ready to embrace cashlessness. You're probably wondering why Nigeria is ready for such a policy. Well, follow me as I take you through these cogent points of mine to verify my stance on this matter. Well, first of all, we already have the structural facilities to promote the effectiveness of such a policy. As the number of POS terminals have increased from roughly 155,000 to 1.1 million from the period of 2017 to 2022, indicating a growth in our agents and merchant network system in the nation. Secondly, Nigeria has already embraced this policy, as electronic payments have reached a record-breaking 387 trillion naira. So Nigerians have embraced this policy in response to CBN's plan to lower the excess physical cash in circulation. Thirdly, the increased availability of digital payment services such as e-wallets and point-of-sale devices prefer a wide range of options for both businesses and customers, as each prefers an efficient, secure, and convenient alternative. Furthermore, according to Mr. Godwin Emefiele, CBN governor, 2.73 trillion naira out of the 3.23 trillion naira in circulation was outside the band vaults. This indicates that the CBN are running an effective monetary policy. But with this cashless economy, they want to run an effective and efficient monetary policy, thereby reducing the rate of inflation in our economy. Furthermore, the cashless policy was put in place to wash out the various irregularities of our present banking system, such as inefficiency and corruption, as it reduces high cash usage, which is linked with money laundering and other fraudulent cash-related activities. Furthermore, the cashless policy will help to reduce the cost of banking services significantly and include financial inclusion of many citizens, especially those living in rural areas, as it provides an efficient transaction system. In addition to my point, the cashless policy will help Nigeria to keep in tune with the global trend of embracing a cashless economy, as it helps us to achieve our goal of becoming one of the world's top 20 economies in the world. And in conclusion, the cashless policy, with help and support from the Naira redesign and swap policy, will help Nigeria to reduce the issues of kidnapping in society, make the environment more secure, and as well make the rules more safer to apply on. So this is my point of mine. I'm happy to affirm that Nigeria is ready for such a policy. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Olaoye. Toluwalase. Well done. You had 50 seconds left. All right, let's come to his opponent. Stephanie, your 3 minutes.
Given the rate of literacy, the rate of people who are into the bank system, the rate of failed power supply, and the rate of poverty in Nigeria, if one says that Nigeria is ready to embrace cashlessness, it leaves much to wonder. Good day, moderator, panel of impartial judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debater, my attentive audience. My name is Stephanie Ameh, proud student of the International School University of Lagos, and I'll be opposing the motion which says that Nigeria is ready to embrace cashlessness. The rate of illiteracy in Nigeria is 31%, as in 31% of the Nigerian adult population are illiterate. And with such, how are these people going to be able to understand how they're going to operate cashless policy? How are they going to read the instruction and know how to interpret it and also know how to write it? Even the people, sometimes people in the banks and people on the road try to assist these people, but these people just take undue advantage of them. Before Nigeria is truly ready for a cashless policy, measures must be put in place for these illiterate people. For example, maybe an audio system that can help them. That can help them. Also, we have a high rate of poverty in Nigeria. According to the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics, over 63% of Nigerians are living in multidimensional poverty. It breaks my heart for me to go on the street and then see a mother tell her daughter, buy tomatoes 15 naira, pepper 15 naira, and bring my change. And then if the daughter does not bring back her change, she can beat her. The reason for this meticulousness and this mother pouncing on this child is not because of they have to be accurate with their record or so, but because of their rate of poverty, and because every naira could possibly determine their life. Every naira could possibly make or mar them. And then we know that if you want to use digital payments in Nigeria, if we are going into cashlessness, that they usually collect charges from us. So all these people that are already in poverty, how are they going to survive with these charges? This might just lead to their breaking point. Also, not even just talking about the poor. If we talk about everybody, for instance, if we do calculate how much these charges cost, some institutions they collect 5%, 10% charges for digital payments. If we calculate it in a month, in a year, how much you're spending, we'll see how much you could have also possibly done with this money. Also, in Nigeria, they said that up to 40% of Nigerians do not have a bank account. And also, if so many people do not have a bank account, how are we expected to run a cashless policy? Even the facilities are not enough. The facilities are inadequate and they're also not distributed very well. For example, the POS terminals, For example, the POS terminals, out of the 1.1 million POS terminals, 60% of them are in Lagos. What about the rural areas? How are those places supposed to survive when the facilities are inadequate? And also our government, while we're talking citizens, what about the government? The government, they haven't showed us the capacity to learn, because they saw what happened to India and Sweden. They saw the good ways Sweden used and how they were successful about it. But India, their own cashlessness, they use bad ways, and then they went through all the problems that we're going through right now, but they did not learn. They didn't show us the meekness that they can take to correction. For instance, now, they did not, when we had like the policy was doing bad, they did not, okay, let's reverse it, and they did not show us that they had the ability to make corrections either. That they're not sure that they had the ability to make correction either. Also, most of these IT people that are operating, most of them have already relocated, and as such, we do not have the necessary IT people that are going to do this. We do not have the necessary IT people that are like going to take care of this. And also, cashless policy, it's a policy that affects everybody on a general scale. It does not just affect one particular sector or a group of people. And as such, we already have enough tension in Nigeria. And such, every plan made is a plan that can fail. So if this cashless policy fail, it will lead to too much economic crunch in Nigeria, or too much economic crash in Nigeria. So why don't we just try to first, the government should first solve all the other tensions we have before they are not saying, okay, we should embrace cashless policy. Where they say we should embrace cashless policy. Also, we now have the necessary regulations to deal with it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and well done, Stephanie. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, your moderator. This debate will let us know who will face Tanvita Kaushik on Monday next week or Deborah Pamzat on Thursday next week. Let's take a break. When we come back, it will be time for round two. Round two is rebuttals. From the moment Esther Bewaji pulled out, Group D has stood for drama. Her replacement, Oluchi Akwarando, has also withdrawn. So Stephanie Ameh and Olaoye Toluwalase are through to the quarterfinals. Their debate will decide the group winner. Who will face Deborah Pamzat? Who will face Tanvita Kaushik? Find out Friday at 4 on the I Beg to Differ Tournament of Champions, on 99.3 Nigeria Info FM, and the next day at 3:30 p.m. on Wazobia Max TV. This tournament is brought to you by Paystack in association with Sunu Assurances, supported by Stover Industries, RLG Communications, Obiwizi.com, Just Delight Non-Dairy Ice Cream, and Wazobia Max TV.
Are you a business owner who's looking to boost sales? Check out Paystack Terminal. Paystack Terminal is a POS that helps you accept payments in multiple ways, including ATM cards, bank transfers, and USSD. Additionally, you can track sales in real time on your phone, even if you have multiple terminals in multiple stores. Paystack Terminal also comes with a global SIM card and fast Wi-Fi, so you never have to say the words "no network," and your customers never have to wait to confirm payments. What's more, you can connect Terminal to your existing POS systems, split your payouts into multiple bank accounts, do easy end-of-day accounting, and so much more. Paystack Terminal is the smart choice for ambitious businesses of all sizes. Visit paystack.com/beg to differ to get yours. Again, that's paystack.com/beg to differ.
Every day, hardworking Nigerians set out with a mindset to overcome every challenge and have access to ultimate success. It's that resilience and drive that has inspired us to achieve many great things over the years. And Sunu Assurances Nigeria PLC aims to be your partner on that journey to consistent success. With our different insurance packages, you pick your way and we take the risk. Our services include motor insurance, marine insurance, fire insurance, house owner and householder insurance, and so much more. So come on board and let's move with you on your daily drive to greatness. With Sunu Cover, your smile gets wider. Call Sunu Assurances on 01-280-2012 or WhatsApp chat on 091-384-36775. Visit SunuAssuranceSnigeria.com. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook at Sunu Assurances Nigeria. Sunu Assurances. Insurance, our business.
From
From the moment Esther Bewaji pulled out, Group D has stood for drama. Her replacement, Oluchi Akwarando, has also withdrawn. So Stephanie Ameh and Olaoye Toluwalase are through to the quarterfinals. Their debate will decide the group winner. Who will face Deborah Pamzat? Who will face Tanvita Kaushik? Find out Friday at 4 on the I Beg to Differ Tournament of Champions. On 99.3 Nigeria Info FM and the next day at 3:30 p.m. on Wazobia Max TV. This tournament is brought to you by Paystack in association with Sunu Assurances, supported by Stover Industries, RLG Communications, Obiwizi.com, Just Delight Non-Dairy Ice Cream, and Wazobia Max TV.
I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. It's now time for round 2. The rebuttal round will start with the motion opposer Stephanie Ameh.
Standing on existing protocol, I would like to refute the point my opponent made. He said that we have the necessary structure and facility. He talked about POS increasing from 155,000 to 1.1 million. But as I said before, it's not adequately distributed. If an entire 60% of this is located in just one state, in Lagos State, what happened to the urban area? What is left to these people? How are they going to survive it? Then also, even the banking system, the facilities are not enough. For example, in Kano State, they have 44 local government. And out of those 44 local government, 24 of those local government it has no banks. In Kaduna, 12 local government has no banks. And like they have to travel a long distance just so that they can access it. Then he said he brings about financial inclusion. How can he bring about financial inclusion if the people don't even have banks in the first place? They don't even have bank accounts and ways to do. Some of them don't even have smartphones. Like less than 44% of people in Nigeria do have smartphones. So how can it not be included in we can say it's financial inclusion if they already have all these things. Then when there's not cashlessness, they are not learning about it. Then it is financial institution. It is financial inclusion. Then he said it to keep it in line with the global trend of cashless policy. Many countries in the world today still don't use don't use cashless policy. And then keeping it in line with how does that they still don't use cashless policy. So then, and why do we have to follow the trends of other people? We're not the same as them. Then you said that the traditional ways are not feasible. Actually, cash is not a traditional ways. It's not like we said that why isn't the barter system? Then you said that according to Godwin Emefiele, we'll be able to run effective policy. Well, what proof has he given us? I just said we should do this. Well, what proof has he given us? Don't forget that there's already a lack of trust in the Nigerian system. People don't really trust their politicians. So you should first give us proof before we actually know what we're doing. You said that we should do it in order to wash out inefficiency, corruption, and labor. Well, you said you not tell us that why we should embrace it. You're telling us that why we should do it. You not tell us why we're ready to embrace it exactly. Us washing out using it to wash out inefficiency, corruption, and labor does not tell us why we're ready to embrace it. Then let's not forget that even if we're looking at time calculations, even if we're looking at time calculations, let's take a look at the Naira redesign policy that the government thought that 3 months would be enough. From January 31st, they had to extend the deadline to 10th of February, to 10th of April, and then to 31st of December, and we still do not know what will happen. So we cannot even trust the Nigerian government when it comes to how they calculate their time. So if Emefiele is saying we'll be able to run an effective policy, how can we trust him? It's not that we're underestimating them, but we're just judging them based on what they've done in the past. And then the banking system is even still far too immature to do this things. Most of the banking operations are still done manually. So what happened to Naira redesign policy? Because Naira redesign policy is just a tip of the iceberg of what could potentially happen if Nigeria adopts cashlessness without taking effective measures. So we saw what happened during then, that there were lots of failed transactions. Okay, what about if you had to go to the filling station, you were a doctor, and then you were rushing to the hospital, and then your card isn't working and all? So what then happened? Nigeria is not in any way ready to embrace the cashless policy. Also, we don't even have the measures to take against electronic fraud, and then we don't have enough resources to do this. And then the digital divide again is another thing, because if you said Nigeria is not ready to embrace cashless policy because of the digital divide, this will just breed about more inequality. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well done. Great work, Stephanie. Lagos, let me remind you can watch this live on Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3, YouTube, Nigeria Info FM, and again on Wazobia Max TV at 3:30 p.m. Her opponent is Toluwalase Olaoye. Your 3 minutes start now.
With all protocols to be observed, my opponent made mention of very valid points, but I'd like to offer some position to our stance on this matter. Well, first of all, you said high rate of illiteracy. Yes, some people are illiterate in this nation, but this electronic payment system is actually very simple to understand. If everybody can actually understand it with sanitization program, which the government will embark on. You also said high rate of poverty. Yes, we got people that are poor in this nation, but come on, how does that have to do with electronic payment system? We're talking about a system whereby they're able to transfer money to people where they want to pay for goods. At least they have money with them. You also said high charges. These charges are less than 15 naira, or even at least just a little higher than 15 naira. How does 15 naira lead to high charges? Just 15 naira. How do you expect those 15 naira to negatively affect people in the economy? You also said large number of banks is in. Please, you're making a very big mistake. Large number of banks is in. We already have banks in our rural areas. We already have POS systems in our rural areas. POS terminals there. As I said before, it has increased during the period of 5 years. This clearly shows that just give the government some time. They're able to place more infrastructures in place just to effectively implement this policy. You can't expect the government also to put a policy without the laid out plan. You also said inadequate facilities. Yes, you said inadequate facilities. Yes, we have some inadequate facilities in the nation, but look at it. As I said before, the government put this policy because they had a plan to back it up. They will be able to put certain infrastructures and structures in place so as to back up that plan to implement this policy successfully. Because we're already taking hits from nations that have already effectively implemented it, like Sweden. We saw that USA, UK have already put their infrastructures in place. So we're taking lessons from them. When you're saying we're not humble about it, that is implementation. Well, yes, I agree with that fact that yes, poor implementation is supposed to become one of the top 20 economies in the world. Or don't you want your nation Nigeria to progress? Or what are you telling me? You also said relocation of IT experts. Please, not everybody has relocated. There were still more than 200 million in Nigeria. So yes, we still have IT experts. Like in my church, I still have an IT expert that helps me in the IT department. So you're saying these people will not look for jobs just to provide solution to this cashless policy? Or what are you telling me? You also said economic crisis. Yes, some people have died, these things have happened, but economic crisis, just look at it. The nation has even been better since the implementation of this policy. Or those who listen to the news. Also, you said no necessary regulation of this policy. Yes, electronic fraud might have increased, but that was in the electoral system, and besides, it didn't negatively affect our results. So when an electronic payment system is put in place, certain infrastructures such as a brick wall or some type of structure we put in place so as to prevent these people, fraudsters, from hacking into the systems. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Olaoye Toluwalase, well done. We'll take a break. When we come back, it will be time for closing. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. This is the Tournament of Champions on 99.3 Nigeria Info. The final group stage match for Group D between Stephanie Ameh and Toluwalase Olaoye. They're debating today that Nigeria is ready to embrace cashlessness. Stephanie says, nope, we're not ready. And Toluwalase says, yeah, we definitely are ready. They've done 2 rounds. They've got 1 more, and then we'll find out who will face Tanvita Kaushik on Monday and who will face Deborah Pamzat on Thursday. Again, I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. Lagos, don't go away.
From the moment Esther Bewaji pulled out, Group D has stood for drama. Her replacement, Oluchi Akwarando, has also withdrawn. So Stephanie Ameh and Olaoye Toluwalase are through to the quarterfinals. Their debate will decide the group winner. Who will face Deborah Pamzat? Who will face Tanvita Kaushik? Find out Friday at 4 on the I Beg to Differ Tournament of Champions on 99.3 Nigeria Info FM and the next day at 3:30 p.m. on Wazobia Max TV. This tournament is brought to you by Paystack in association with Sunu Assurances, supported by Stover Industries, RLG Communications, Obiwizi.com, Just Delight Non-Dairy Ice Cream, and Wazobia Max TV.
Hey, you know when I'm here, I've got good news for you. Yes, Paystack helps businesses like yours accept payments online from anyone, anywhere in the world, in any currency. So let's say you have customers in Nigeria, Ghana, the USA, or Malaysia. They can pay you online. Even if they don't have Naira, they can pay you in dollars or CDs or pounds or euros, any currency that works for them. And you get paid. That's why over 60,000 businesses, startups, and government agencies are using Paystack right now. Paystack is powering their growth. And if you choose Paystack today, you get free access to all the tools they're using. If you're just starting, these tools will help you launch your business and start getting paid. If you're already operating, they'll help you scale faster. I mean, what are you waiting for? Well, if you're wondering, what are these tools? If you don't have a website, Paystack helps you create one for free without any technical skills. There's the free mobile app for managing sales and orders even while you're on the move. And if you want to send invoices, fiam, you can do it right from the app or website, and your customer can pay you online. And that's just the beginning of what Paystack can do for you. So I know you want to get started. I mean, guess what? It's easy. Just open your free account at paystack.com/beg to differ. That is paystack.com/beg to differ. Sign up for free, and right away you can access all the tools you need to get started and scale your business while getting paid from anyone, anywhere, and in any currency. So what are you waiting for? Head over to paystack.com/beg to differ and get started.
From the moment Esther Bewaji pulled out, Group D has stood for drama. Her replacement, Oluchi Akwarando, has also withdrawn. So Stephanie Ameh and Olaoye Toluwalase are through to the quarterfinals. Their debate will decide the group winner. Who will face Deborah Pamzat? Who will face Tanvita Kaushik? Find out Friday at 4 on the I Beg to Differ Tournament of Champions. On 99.3 Nigeria Info FM, and the next day at 3:30 p.m. on Wazobia Max TV. This tournament is brought to you by Paystack in association with Sunu Assurances, supported by Stover Industries, RLG Communications, Obiwizi.com, Just Delight Non-Dairy Ice Cream, and Wazobia Max TV.
I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, your moderator. I've got Toluwalase Olaoye here with me. Stephanie Ameh is here as well. And they are debating today that Nigeria is ready to embrace cashlessness. Toluwalase says, yes, we are. Stephanie Ameh says, no, we are not. And now it's time for closing arguments. Let's start with Toluwalase, who is the motion supporter.
With all protocols duly observed, thank you, my moderator, for this opportunity to make more points to validate my stance on this matter, and as well to rebut on my opponent's points and give my closing remark. Well, I'll start with making more points. Well, let me take you back to the year 2020, when the COVID-19 pandemic broke out, and palliatives were issued to those who are adversely affected. Well, there were numerous complaints that these palliatives didn't reach the intended target. But with this cashless economy, there will be proper allocation of resources, as financial resources used in this social intervention program will be easily tracked and monitored, especially by the government. Also, the policy will help to reduce the high cost of handling. Although physical cash is convenient to carry, there is a high cost in it of distributing, managing, handling, and as well giving it to people around. So with this cashless economy, we're able to reduce this cost, save money, and invest in other sectors of our economy. It also provide higher synergy. We're not talking about synergy. I'm talking about the profit the government will make from printing currency. And because we're embarking on a cashless economy, this high amount of money spent in printing currencies will be well reduced, and the government will be able to save money and invest in developmental projects in the nation, thus helping us to achieve economic growth and development and able to achieve our goals to become one of the top 20 economies in the world. It will help to address the issue of tax evasion. When numerous people in this country try to avoid the payment of tax, but by us running an efficient cashless economy, we're able to efficiently track people's accounts because they have bank accounts and is in the bank, we'll also be able to track it, and this will help us to effect a high rate of tax compliance in the nation. Now, moving on to rebut on my opponent's point. My opponent said that our banks are not mature enough. Come on, look at the first bank is over 100 years old. They have been in and out of the banking system. You are telling them they are not mature. A 100 years old bank that has improved over the years, despite being considered old school in the past, has improved and competed with other banks such as Zenebet and UBA in the market. You also said fiscal cash is not traditional. Well, numerous nations have already embraced it. Traditional is something of the old. We're talking about the way forward. We're talking about a modern system, which is what I'll call cashless economy. We're talking about the way forward to improve our nation's economy. You also said lack of trust. Well, come on, citizens, although initially they rejected the proposed implementation of a cashless economy, have embraced it. That's why I said the electronic payments have reached a record-breaking 387 trillion naira. Is this not fact enough to tell you that we have already embraced this policy? As people in the rural areas have seen that, yes, the government is trying to make us a better nation. The government is trying to improve us. It's going to try to make us great. So that's in years, okay, we realize that the government did not put some factors in place, but come on, they will put these factors in place, and they will not want to see that citizens suffer. You also said necessary structures were not in place. As I said before, these structures will be put in place. Some of them are already in place. So that's why we see most people going to POS. You see POS terminals full with customers. You see POS terminals full with people trying to make transactions. And as they are there, they are going in and out better because, come on, they are already having efficient response to this. You also said digital divide. Well, digital divide is already decreasing. And there see infrastructures have been placed by the government. This digital divide has already been put aside. This problem is no longer a big factor affecting our nation's economy, as it has been well reduced by the government. Even when you go to the rural areas, when my dad has a farm there, I go there almost every week. We go there, we see that people are making POS transfers. We're able to transfer to them. So come on, are you telling me the digital divide is actually affecting us? You also said the banking system is not the financial inclusion. Well, I've already attended that. Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much. Well done, Toluwalase. Great work. And now we've got 3 minutes for Stephanie Ameh. And it starts now.
Let's not forget that most of the devices we use for this cashlessness that they use, they are needed to be charged. And in Nigeria, we have an inadequate, improper, and erratic power supply. So how do we do this? The POS terminal machines have to be charged. What about our phones? What about if somebody needs to like make a transfer to get something to eat and their phone is dead because there's no power supply? What then do we do? So unless the government first fixes the problem of power supply, Nigeria cannot be classified as ready for cashlessness. Also, the bank system, they don't have a good networking. For example, if the bank system actually has a good networking, when there's like a failed transaction, one bank is supposed to contact the other bank and say, okay, oh, see, there's a problem. But no, most of the times the consumers and the end users have to come in and then they tell them, oh, you have to wait for 8 days and no. And then what about if they don't have any other money in their hands? What do we now do? Let's not forget that Nigeria, 80% of its economic activities are embedded in the informal sector. So how is a country like that ready to embrace cashlessness? No, we are not. Let's not forget the orientation of Nigerians. For example, Nigerians believe that the money they have in their hands is superior to the money they have in the bank. They also believe that cash is very secure, and that's not true. Because for instance, if somebody steals your cash, they can use it without authentication, but then in the case of credit and debit, they have to require authentication. So until the government is able to correct myths like this and the perspective and paradigm of Nigeria has changed, we cannot be classified as ready for a cashless economy. Then you said that the POS terminals have increased, but then the fact that POS terminals have increased does not mean they're adequate. And let's not forget that the population of Nigeria is also increasing. So you're saying that the POS terminals have increased cannot actually guarantee that. Then you said strategies have been put in place. Actually, strategies have not been put in place. For example, we don't have enough consumer protection. We don't have enough regulatory bodies and things like this. Okay, you said that they're going to reduce the cost of. Then you were saying that how does this make this poor? How does this make people poor? Well, I said we pay charges. Most of our digital payment we pay charges. Countries that have been able to like successfully embrace cashlessness, like Sweden, they've been able to successfully embrace cashlessness to some particular extent. Their government like give them certain subsidies on their digital payments. Their digital payments are even cheaper than cash, but that's the opposite in Nigeria. We have to pay extra charges. Sometimes we're even double charged because there are some places that, oh, you first pay them charges, then you now pay charges to the bank too. So as long as this continues, we are not ready for cashlessness. Then you said that it reduces the cost of handling the cash and reducing the cost. Actually, you know that there are other costs. If you have to set up a regulatory body, you have to spread awareness and do many other things. How do we do it? Then you said that illiteracy means the ability that you are not able to read or write. Then you are now saying that they can learn easily. But if they cannot read or write, how can they even read the necessary information that is what they are required to do? Or how can they fill in the necessary data? So unless illiteracy is first reduced, Nigeria will not be able to embrace cashless policy. And then the government have not even proven themselves when it comes to embracing cashless policy. Then and then also the banks for cashless policy are not enough. And then other. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Stephanie. Well done. Great work. We'll take a break. And it'll be time for results. Next week, quarterfinals week, Monday, Tamvita Kaushik and somebody in this room right now. Tuesday, we're not going to have a debate because Fabian is unavailable to debate on Tuesday. So we're moving the debate on Tuesday to Wednesday at 3. So on Wednesday, we're going to have 2 debates, one at 3 p.m., the second one at 4 p.m. So Wednesday, Fabian Chibundu and Ramadan Oladipupo Olalekon at 3 p.m. At 4 p.m. on that same Wednesday, we're going to have a debate between Ruth Okorocha and Musa Nicholas Okoya. And then on Thursday, Deborah Pamzat and somebody in this room at this moment will debate as well. And it's completely knockouts, win or go home. We're about to find out who will make it into the semifinals, who will make it into the finals, who will go home with that 2 million naira. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, your moderator, Lagos. Don't go away.
From the moment Esther Bewaji pulled out, Group D has stood for drama. Her replacement, Oluchi Akwarando, has also withdrawn. So Stephanie Ameh and Olaoye Toluwalase are through to the quarterfinals. Their debate will decide the group winner. Who will face Deborah Pamzat? Who will face Tanvita Kaushik? Find out Friday at 4 on the I Beg to Differ Tournament of Champions. On 99.3 Nigeria Info FM and the next day at 3:30 p.m. on Wazobia Max TV. This tournament is brought to you by Paystack in association with Sunu Assurances, supported by Stover Industries, RLG Communications, obiwizi.com, Just Delight Non-Dairy Ice Cream, and Wazobia Max TV.
Every day, hardworking Nigerians set out with a mindset to overcome every challenge and have access to ultimate success. It's that resilience and drive that has inspired us to achieve many great things over the years. And Sunu Assurances Nigeria PLC aims to be your partner on that journey to consistent success. With our different insurance packages, you pick your way and we take the risk. Our services include motor insurance, marine insurance, fire insurance, house owner and householder insurance, and so much more. So come on board and let's move with you on your daily drive to greatness. With Sunu Cover, your smile gets wider. Call Sunu Assurances on 01 280 2012 or WhatsApp chat on 091 384 36775. Visit sunuassurances.nigeria.com. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook at Sunu Assurances Nigeria. Sunu Assurances. Insurance, our business.
Are you a business owner who's looking to boost sales? Check out Paystack Terminal. Paystack Terminal is a POS that helps you accept payments in multiple ways, including ATM cards, bank transfers, and USSD. Additionally, you can track sales in real time on your phone, even if you have multiple terminals in multiple stores. Paystack Terminal also comes with a global SIM card and fast Wi-Fi, so you never have to say the words "no network," and your customers never have to wait to confirm payments. What's more, you can connect Terminal to your existing POS systems, split your payouts into multiple bank accounts, do easy end-of-day accounting, and so much more. Paystack Terminal is the smart choice for ambitious businesses of all sizes. Visit paystack.com/beg to differ to get yours. Again, that's paystack.com/beg to differ.
From the moment Esther Bewaji pulled out, Group D has stood for drama. Her replacement, Oluchi Akwarando, has also withdrawn. So Stephanie Ameh and Olaoye Toluwalase are through to the quarterfinals. Their debate will decide the group winner. Who will face Deborah Pamzat? Who will face Tanvita Kaushik? Find out Friday at 4 on the I Beg to Differ Tournament of Champions. On 99.3 Nigeria Info FM and the next day at 3:30 p.m. on Wazobia Max TV. This tournament is brought to you by Paystack in association with Sunu Assurances, supported by Stover Industries, RLG Communications, obiwizi.com, Just Delight Non-Dairy Ice Cream, and Wazobia Max TV.
I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, your moderator. This is Nigeria Info 99.3, and you just listened to the final Group D match. This is the final group stage match for the Tournament of Champions 2023. Stephanie Ameh and Toluwalase Olaoye both just debated that Nigeria is ready to embrace cashlessness. They're both 15 years old. Am I right? Both 15 years old, both in SS3 in secondary school, and have both eloquently shared their ideas about our readiness to embrace cashlessness. Now the results are in. Let's see how the judges scored. In the presentation round, Toluwalase scored 73, Stephanie scored 81. For presentation style, Toluwalase and Stephanie tie at 37. In the rebuttal round, Toluwalase scored 51, Stephanie scored 83. For rebuttal style, Toluwalase scored 34, Stephanie scored 30. In the closing round, Toluwalase scored 59, Stephanie scored 87. For closing style, Toluwalase scored 30 and Stephanie ties that score at 30. And so with 348 to 284, Stephanie Ameh wins this round. Congratulations, Stephanie. This means you have 2 wins, while Olaoye has 1. You've won Group D, and you're going to be debating next week, Thursday, in quarterfinal 4, and you'll be facing Deborah Pamzat. Toluwalase, of course, you've also qualified for the quarterfinals. We will see you on Monday, quarterfinal 1. And because you are runner-up in Group D, you will be facing Tamvita Kaushik. All right. Thank you to both of you for a wonderful debate. You can leave the studio now. We've sent you your topics already. So go get ready and let's see you rumble next week. Thank you for your time. Stephanie, pick up your bag right there. And Lagos, let's talk about what you've just heard. 0700-993-993-993. 01465-7190. 01465-7190. We've got WhatsApp as well. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. 99.3. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. What's your name,
Mercy
ma'am?
calling from Ikorodu.
Mercy, talk to me.
I was watching on Facebook. The guy in the studio was like, Tamvita with me. Honestly, I had him in
his facial expression, yeah. Oh, Mercy. Sorry about that. Call me back if you can. Yeah, his facial expression when he heard he was facing Tamvita was very... But I think that's the wrong attitude, you know? I think he has what it takes to face Tamvita. Abiola is on the line. Abiola, how you doing?
Sandra, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Abiola. Talk to me.
Yeah. Sandra, let me just please ask you one question. Does it sound somehow to you
that
15-year or 14-year-old person, Nigerian, is pointing out that they don't even trust their government? You know, when we did this traditional ruler, that a student there referring to comment of Oba of Lagos. Does it sound somehow to you?
No, not really.
It sounds somehow to me because these are the leaders of tomorrow who are seeing our dirty linear outside. Sometimes it pricks my heart if our leaders are listening to a program like this. I just want to credit those wonderful guys. They are doing wonderful job. May the good Lord continue to bless them. May they continue. May they remain in the system to build up the system. Actually, because these are wonderful. These are wonderful. In fact, I have to ask my children to start listening to this program because this is just you just ask yourself, how are they getting this thing? May the good Lord bless you for the good job you are doing.
Thank you, Abiola. Thank you very much for calling. 99.3. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. What's your name, sir?
Biodun,
talk to me.
Good one for Stephanie Ameh. I know that he's going to win.
Okay.
You know the boy, Toluwalase.
Yes.
He's panicking because you know that Tamvita Kaushik is a good debater.
Okay.
And I'm not happy because Esther is my champion of champion, but nothing less.
Okay.
Amada is my winner. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for calling, Biodun. 99.3. Hello.
Good evening, Madam Sandra.
Good evening, sir. How you doing?
I'm fine. This is Friday.
Friday, talk to me.
Good work from Stephanie. As for Tolu. Hello?
Yes, I'm here. As for Tolu?
Yeah, as for Tolu, you should go and prepare morning, afternoon, and night. Too. If not, Tamvita will just finish him.
Okay, all right, go and prepare. Otherwise, Tamvita will finish. Anok is on the line. Hi, Anok. Thanks for
Hi.
calling. Talk to me. Hi,
Hi,
Anok.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Where are you joining from?
I'm joining from the US.
Talk to me.
Hi. First of all, you guys are doing a very, very great work.
Thank you.
Can't imagine I have lads as young as 14, 15, 13 debating so eloquently like that. And it baffles me. Nigeria is a great country. Our leaders have to do something great to make us proud of that nation. Those guys are really doing well. It baffles me a lot. And thank you, Sandra, for bringing this up. And keep it up. And Nigeria Info, you guys are doing a very great job.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Anok, for calling. All right, let's take a look at messages on WhatsApp. Ayola from Ketu says, Sandra, stop saying he has what it takes to face Tamvita. It's a walkover for Tamvita and Deborah, respectively. I just hope Tamvita faces Ramadan in the finals. We've got Gloria Essien, who says, Sandra, give it to Stephanie. Nigeria is not ready for cashlessness. There is a case I have now. I went to POS to transfer money for someone. They said transaction declined, but I was debited. In the bank, you're given 8 working days to rectify it, and the money refunded to my account. Up till now, my money has not been refunded to me. Big banks. Nigerians are not ready. All right, Gloria Essien, thank you for your message. However, Lagos, I have to remind you, these debates are not about who is right or who is wrong. The judges are not listening for who is right or who is wrong, or which position the judges agree with. The judges are listening for what points are you making? Are they unique? Are they original? Are they factual? How many of those points are you able to make? How are you able to present those points? So sometimes you have the judges disagreeing with a debater, but that debater ends up winning, So it's not about what is right or what is wrong. It's about what the debaters are able to debate. We've got this one here from Emmanuel. Emmanuel says, Sandra, as far as the semi-final pairings are concerned, I think Tamvita is already in the semi-final. Okay, all right. Thank you for your message. Maki says, Stephanie, too much. Oh, this girl one day rap now. Fast, articulate, and correct. Stephanie, don't win. Thanks so much for moderating that mind-blowing program for those brilliant children. Stephanie, darling. And then he sends us a lot of clapping emojis. Tunde from Surulere says, I'm glad Stephanie Ameh escaped the Tamvita trap. Olaoye would really need to give up his game for next week's we really need to up his game for next week's debate with Tamvita. Ramadan was on fire throughout. Ramadan was on fire, though Olarawaju gave a good account of himself and was a complete sporting gentleman, even complimenting Ramadan after his loss. It was a close one between Deborah and Tamvita. Probably if Deborah had done more than micro-centered her points, maybe she could have won as compared to her counterpart who took a broader view of the topic. The loss of Emanuela was a bit emotional for me because she reminds me of you, little Sandra. It seems she threw in the towel in the closing round as Nicholas really came with fire. Overall, kudos to all the debaters. It's not easy and they must all be celebrated. Thank you, Sandra, the judges and the sponsors, as well as Nigeria Info. Tunde, thank you so much for such a very, very detailed summary of the tournament so far. We've got this message from Greenish. Greenish says, who will Captain Ramadan face after he beats Fabian? Let's be coming down first, Let's be coming down. Let's wait. We've got Ike from Igando who says, the two debaters are exceptionally good. I was astonished when you tossed the coin for them to pitch which side to speak on. They're good, showing that they know what they're saying and it's not a crammed effort. Yes, before the debates, they're told ahead of time to prepare to debate both sides because Lady Luck will decide which side they'll debate. Orfem says, Up, Stephanie. Where have you been all this while? All your points were well expressed and really touching. I shared tears of joy here because your points are true to the realities of things in the country. All right. Thank you very much for your message. We have time to take one final call and then we'll switch gears and talk about the happenings at the National House of Assembly. 99.3, hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you? Oh, that's unfortunate. All right, let me take this call then. 99.3, hello. Hello? Is anyone there? Doesn't look like anyone's there. 99.3?
Hello.
How you doing? What's your name, ma'am?
I'm fine. Julie is my name. Sandra, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Julie. Talk to me.
Yeah, I want to encourage that little guy.
Toluwalase?
Yeah.
Toluwalase,
That he's facing a
Tanvita on Monday.
Yeah, yes. I want to encourage him to stand well. In fact, I will fast for him.
Okay.
I will pray for him.
Aww.
For him to be able to face that girl.
Aww.
I want him to be courageous. It shouldn't be, you should not be discouraged.
Okay.
You should not be intimidated by that girl.
Okay.
I pray for him,
Okay.
that God will help him
Aww.
to escape through in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Thank you so much for your in fact, I love your show.
Thank you.
I don't know, it's like I should turn myself to a baby so that I can
So you can come and debate.
So that my brain can hurt like that. I'm so proud of those children.
Yes,
I want to thank God for their parents.
Yes.
I want to thank them that these people will stand in future to hold Nigeria firm. The Lord will give them the grace to do that in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank
you
you
so much, Sandra.
Thank you,
God
Julie.
bless you.
Bless you as well. Thanks, Julie, for calling. All right, Lagos, that's all the time we have. Don't forget, Monday, Tanvita Kaushik and Toluwalase. No debate on Tuesday. However, Wednesday, we're going to have 2 debates. One at 3 p.m., one at 4 p.m. 3 p.m., we have Ramadan and Fabian Chibundu. 4 p.m., we have Ruth Okorocha and Musa Nicholas Okoya. Then on Thursday, we'll have Deborah Pamzat and Stephanie Ehi Ameh. It's a knockout round. All the matches knockouts, win or go home. We're finally in the serious part of the tournament. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. Let's talk about your House of your National Assembly members wanting doctors to be here for 5 years compulsorily before they can talk about leaving the country. That conversation is coming up. Don't go away.
The headline news on 99.3 Nigeria.